Both Republicans and Democrats agree the very credibility of America, of our legal system, is under threat. And that's actually a huge issue around the world because the world believes in the American legal system. That's why people invest here. There's some real questions about the world looking at America in a different way after yesterday's verdict. But here's President Biden today defending America's legal system, responding to Donald Trump's claims that the New York case was rigged against him.
And it's reckless, it's dangerous, it's irresponsible for anyone to say this was rigged just because they don't like the verdict.
Okay, that is a fair point, but what if it was kind of rigged? A judge who donated against ethic rules to a Stop Trump cause, a DA who ran promising to get Trump using a never-before legal theory where state prosecutors could use federal law as a predicate crime for breaking state law, and even most lawyers would agree, some very questionable jury instructions. With us now, Shan, former federal prosecutor and Clinton Justice Department official, Michael Discioarro, former assistant attorney in the Bronx, that is a prosecutor and now criminal defense attorney in New York City. Michael, does Trump at least have a little bit of a point? Is it rigged or stacked against him?
Well, he has a point in this sense, in the legal sense, that I've never seen a prosecution like this. The jury instructions are highly problematic. Some of the rulings of the judge are highly problematic. So there's a lot to work on the appeal here. And he's gonna get two shots at the appeal. He's gonna get a shot at the appellate division, and most likely 95% chance the Court of Appeals is going to review this if for some reason the appellate division says no to him, just like they did the Weinstein case, because of the importance of the case and the precedent that it's setting.
Shan, if we try to take the politics out of this and just look at bedrock faith in America's legal system, should there be a concern that the first time you prosecute and charge and convict a former president of a felony, it's got to be so airtight, so clean, so clearly done with fairness in mind that it is unquestionable and unimpeachable?
No, because there's no way to actually apply that standard. The only way to apply it is to go through the process and then have it reviewed through the appellate courts or even the U.S. Supreme Court. The public scrutiny of that is never going to come to an agreement to say this was perfect, it was an airtight process. The only way to check and test that process is to actually use it.
Do you agree that Donald Trump has some legitimate grievances here?
Not grievances. I think he has a couple of issues on appeal that could have some traction. It deserves a serious look on appeal. But this notion was rigged, to that, colloquially, it means before it even started, no need for process, they already decided. And I think the process he just went through puts a lie to that. They went through a process.
Well, I mean, I guess there's courts in North Korea and in Russia that go through processes too, but there is a foregone conclusion to it.
Right. And I think when you look at those, if you take a look at what their process is, it calls into question whether that's just a facade. But here, we've seen it. We weren't in the courtroom, unfortunately, with the cameras, but we see how long it took. We see the kind of tough cross-examination the witnesses were subjected to. So it does not look like just a show process where, was that a fair trial and a quick hanging in the morning.
Okay. Well, there's been no hanging yet. Michael, I looked up on the television today and I saw Michael Cohen, who admitted under oath to the crime of larceny, stealing from the Trump organization, his employer. If nobody's above the law, how long reasonably could we expect to wait before an indictment from Alvin Bragg's office on the charge of theft?
Of Michael Cohen?
Yeah.
That's simply never going to happen. You don't indict and prosecute your former star witness in a trial which you just won against the former president. And there's simply no real world where I see that happening, because you'd be undermining your own case on appeal. Once we get to the appellate division, they say, and your honors, the star witness has just been indicted.
Well, he was already indicted, right? I mean, he was already a felon.
Right, but he was indicted in this case for what things that he did in this case. So I don't expect to ever see that happen.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.